Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Watch her come out here and be like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, no, she's on the phone with her sister. She's actually not sleeping this time.
Yeah.
For once. Actually, it's been a gorgeous day out.
It has been. I kind of wish I'd put on shorts before I came over. But
I was wearing jeans earlier because me and Alex went for a ride, and I immediately came home and changed.
yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, we do have some humidity and stuff today, but in the shade, it's really not that bad still.
Like, right now,
it's still 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Like, right now, sitting on the front porch of the Daily Biker studio.
Yes.
You hear the birds chirping in the background, the cicadas every now and then.
So peaceful.
Slight breeze.
Here in a second, Snow White's going to come out of the woods and go, So, anyways.
Bring on.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I am your clueless leader. You know, I rolled into that like it was like a separate intro almost. So.
Yeah. Good try.
So, like I said, my name is Marcus. Welcome to the Daily Biker Podcast. It's a more peaceful episode with just Daniel and I.
Very relaxed today.
Yes.
Hear the birds chirping. Like we were talking about already.
Yeah, well, it was recording at that time.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah, we got everything you said on camera.
Get that B-roll. Oh, hopefully not. We're going to lose a lot of followers. All
So.
2 of them.
No, we have 4. We have 4 followers.
All 4 of them. We're going to lose 2
I'm
of them.
gonna forget one of their names because I still haven't bothered to go back and look it up. So
You are a terrible content creator.
I'm going to apologize for that. But our one international fan, really need to go back and remember his name. I'm gonna have to get a tattoo.
I don't have access.
I'm gonna have to get a tattoo of his name just so I can remember it.
Get it on your forearm. Like, oh, there it is.
So,
Is that what you're going to start doing? Get all the...
but then we have Jeremy,
Jeremy.
who recently sent me a message.
Yep.
We have Chris, which he is, he's up north somewhere.
Yeah.
Or in Yankee Land.
Somewhere in Yankee Land.
He's up somewhere it gets cold eventually. Doesn't do that here.
No. I mean, I kind of wish it would.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have Ben in San Jose, where I don't know if it ever gets cold. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I don't know what it landed on.
Probably gonna leave.
Yeah, well, it's all right. The house burned down.
So, anyways, yeah. So we're here on the front porch, chilling out, maxing and relaxing. I'm cool.
Absolutely.
But you know, things have transpired in my professional space today that have inspired what we're going to talk about today. So,
It's done.
is it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Can you smell that? Okay.
Killed a leaf.
So, but yeah, no, I want to talk about what it's like to be. Now, none of what I'm about to describe describes either one of us, but what it's like to be in the social media influencer space when it comes to motorcycles. What it means to be a content creator, whether it's podcasting or YouTubing, and kind of I told you those are homeless people.
No, they're definitely living in that car, but they also go inside that house every now and then.
So
I live in such a good part of Chattanooga.
it actually would appear to be a fantastic part of Chattanooga just driving through.
Except for that.
Except for that one spot. But also who we pay attention to in the social media, YouTube, and podcast space when it comes to the motorcycle industry. and we'll keep it to the motorcycle stuff. We won't dive down the car path because there are podcasters
it could
and
just-
YouTube videos
It
that I
could go on
watch.
forever.
Yeah, because like me and Daniel have mentioned before, we're also both car nuts, which actually drove our passion into two wheels.
Yeah. Well, and anything with an engine.
Some stuff without.
Very true. Very true.
So, because electric vehicles have motors.
Like I told you, I saw those two Super 73s downtown.
I don't even want to
I
talk
saw
about
two
it.
different ones.
Makes my stomach hurt. I want one so bad.
And I was just surprised because I'd never seen them before up until that day. And I saw two in the same day within maybe an hour and a half of each other.
Yeah.
Two different guys, too.
So, I've had, we've had a motorcycle YouTube channel guest on the show before, Ty from Tennessee.
Yep.
Which I thought was really fun. I would like to do that again. We need to get with Ty and do that again because it was a very enjoyable experience.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how loud it's going to be if I straighten that out because it'll pick up on both of us.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
So, but yeah, especially sitting down and talking to those types of people, you get from a different viewpoint because right now we're strictly audio only.
Yes, yeah. I mean, as much as we have talked about it, it's a process.
Still in the works.
It's still in the works. It's, for us being pretty much a two-man operation and
On very much different schedules.
on very much different schedules, and pretty much everything we do is funded out of our own pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
having the time to be able to do this and get everything together and actually create content that you guys would want to watch. We've got to...
Yeah, I don't want to so there's too many people that do put out stuff that it's like, it's either the same thing all the time,
Yeah.
or even if they are doing different stuff, it's just not exciting.
Yeah, and I think, and that's something that me and you have discussed. Is
I
we
almost
wanna
feel like
actually-
you have a dumbification of America with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and if we were going to put out something different than the podcast, the audio only, we'd have to make it something that actually would be enjoyable, people that would want to watch it and see it, and finding out something different is where we're kind of stuck at the moment.
Yeah.
And just getting that process started.
That being said, just so y'all kind of understand, when we say something different, we don't want to, it's not that we can't get out and test ride motorcycles and come to you and talk to you about these bikes and stuff. But there's how many different YouTube channels that already do that?
Yeah.
So
It's not like we'd bring anything different to the table.
right. I mean,
Or, doing moto vlogs.
right. And the nice thing, like with Ty, okay? So Ty will get out and he'll ride a bike, and his stuff is moto vlog.
Yeah.
For the most part, but he brings to the table some very original ideas. And I feel like, I don't know if Ty is coming up with everything on his own, or if he gets the input of listeners and stuff like that. But Ty has some really great things that he talks about when he's riding.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
And, the thing is, too, a lot of his videos are 10 minutes, 15 minutes at
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
So, you can make a 15-minute video of you riding and overlap some audio of you talking about
Yeah.
a specific topic. And it's good. It works well. And like you said, he comes up with some very interesting topics, and he has good commentary on it.
Yeah, well, he's also well-spoken, well-articulated.
And we are not.
Not at all. I was hoping that you would catch on to that. So, that being said, taking Ty out of the equation, although he is on YouTube, although he does have, I would say, worldwide recognition, because I would say he's got viewers from all over the world.
I would imagine so, with the amount of views that he gets.
I mean, we have worldwide recognition.
Somehow.
Even if it's only by one, well, no, technically two, because California is, but either way, I'm going to stick with that, because I'm going to tell you now, I've had more than one person send me a message and tell me they love the fact that I call California its own country. including Ben, who told me California is absolutely its own
Who
country.
lives in California?
Who lives in California? Who lives in? I'm not gonna say the worst part,
No, but
but it's not that far off. Not to be mean, but I feel like the best part of California, in my opinion, just because of what I enjoy, would be the more northernmost part of California,
yeah, I can see that.
where you have the tall mountains and the redwoods and
But that's more similar to where we live here.
right, and that's why.
Which
that's
makes
why.
yeah, so that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd imagine there's some beautiful riding out there too.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to ride through the desert type area at some point in time, but I think I would probably just want to ride through the desert and not go back through it again.
You don't want to camp in the desert?
No. So, speaking of camping in the desert, social media influencers when it comes to the motorcycle community, I feel like some of the biggest growing space for that. I don't know how much you see it compared to me, which it's kind of thrust upon me all the time because of what I do.
Exactly. And I'm more of a consumer on the side of it. I'm not necessarily in it other than
Yeah,
what we
that's
do
a
here.
that's a good way to put it. I tell you honestly, like one of the biggest ones is Kaylin Thorin.
Mhm.
So I don't know if she's retired or not, but an Olympic skier
Yeah.
who loves to get out and ride her Pan America. I mean, all over the place, moto camping, and for her, that's what it is. Though it's all visualized through images and short videos, like
Yeah.
reels and stuff like that. And she is super popular, and it's pushed her to the point where she's become like a brand ambassador type deal. And then she has a friend who I've actually got to meet and had on this podcast, Maggie Hicks.
Yep.
Such a sweetheart. But it's kind of funny because Maggie's like such a sweetheart, but she's a badass too.
Oh well, I mean, from what you've told me, absolutely.
Yeah, well, she had a thing posted about her essential pack when she goes on trip, like how she packs.
Yeah.
How she packs light so she doesn't have a bunch of stuff, and she typically has the roll of ones, which I know there's she doesn't pack one pair of underwear. I know that. I get that.
You just all you need is what you're wearing, and just keep going.
But no, like she packs like she likes overalls, so she'll pack like one pair of pants,
Yeah.
one overall. Like this isn't necessarily even what's packed. Some of it she's wearing, but it's like she'll have like one short, one overall, one pant.
Yeah.
Like one long sleeve, one short sleeve. Like,
Yeah.
but for her, she's going out for 3, 4, 5 days, and she might not have a hotel to stop and stay
Yeah.
at.
Well, I mean, especially
She might
on
be
a-
camping on the side of the road.
on a motorcycle, you have limited space. I mean,
Mhm.
even the biggest bikes with the most storage, you still have very limited real estate.
Well, and Maggie spent, I don't know, I think she said it was like 2, 3, maybe even 4 months riding the 4 corners of the United States, just her
Yeah,
on a Softail lowrider.
that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of place for storage on that thing.
No, there really isn't.
So,
I mean, that's your
but
time.
of course, when
stuff.
she posted that video, I immediately commented and I said, "Well, I hope you packed 2 socks and not 1." So she did get a kick out of that. She's like, "Always 2 socks."
They may not be matching, but there's 2 of them.
So that's a big deal. We actually have our own up and coming social media influencer when it comes to kind of the motorcycle community. Not to be like, yeah, but Muffin, my
Yeah.
wife,
Yeah,
y'all hear her on here, but when it comes to her Instagram, which anybody that wants to follow her on Instagram, it's just Moto Muffin. she's gotten to the point now with what she does where, because she's a big time clothing nut, where she's been shared multiple times on Dixon Flannels social media accounts. She's been shared on V-Twin Visionaries page. She's actually the shop link. A picture of her wearing her V-Twin Visionary gear is the shop link on those pages, and she gets tagged and gets the recognition, and it's building a slow growth. And I've worked with her a lot on it because, like we've talked about, I get paid to do social media, so I understand the ins and outs of it a little bit better. I follow trends, and literally, if you've never dealt into it, I follow the analytics of certain hashtags and those types of things. I keep record logs whenever I post something on the Instagram of what does and what doesn't. That way I know. And it's one of those things where, as I'm working on myself, I've been working with her. Now working with her has been stay consistent, make sure you hit certain hashtags and all those other stuff. And it's helped, and she's in a growing point right now. She's not a huge influencer, but she has, people will start following her, and she'll be like, look at this company, look at this organization, look at this group that started following me. Right.
Reposted and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. And, you being in the position that you're in a creation aspect and marketing manager for the White Lightning Harley Davidson dealership, you're in a unique position to be doing these type of things and seeing that. So you have to look at the analytics. You have to.
Yeah. And, I want to say for anybody that's posting stuff on social media and trying to work on their own presence, wants to do those types of things, because I think Facebook and Instagram is one of the first places to grow a lot with that stuff.
What's the most convenient?
There's a lot of people that make jokes about hashtags, but I tell you, if I do something with the Pan America and I put that hashtag on there, hashtag Pan America, hashtag ADV, hashtag ADV motorcycle, adventure motorcycle, those little hashtags, people see them and it's like, oh, what's the point in that? People will search those hashtags.
Yeah.
Because if you find one of our posts from the dealership and you see that hashtag and you click on it, you could find everyone that has ever used that hashtag on Instagram and see that post. So that's the point in that, because it draws in people that wouldn't necessarily see your post in the first place.
Yeah. Which is why when we do a lot of posts on Facebook for the podcast itself, hashtag Daily Biker.
Yep.
Yep. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I forget. Look, this is not my day-to-day job.
It's a shame on you.
I know, I'm bad at it. But yet you put me in charge of it, so this is what happens.
It's because I have too much other stuff to focus on.
I mean, and that is the thing too for both me and Marcus. We have day-to-day jobs.
And I'll put this out there. Neither one of us are on 40-hour-a-week jobs. We're on 50, 60, 70-hour-a-week jobs.
Exactly. So
we're not the 9 to 5. I left work today at 5 o'clock after getting there at 8:30, and it's like, okay, that's not that big of a deal. Well, number one, this is Saturday, so anybody that's working in the dealership goes, that's just a thing. You work on Saturdays, and you're absolutely right. It is, but there's no event. So it's for a lot of companies that are open on Saturdays, for the marketing person to be working on a Saturday is kind of like, what?
Yeah, why?
Because normally that does become a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday desk job. It's not with the motorcycle industry, number one. But number two, at 10 o'clock, I might be answering emails or messages from customers or on Instagram, sharing stuff, pushing stuff, doing those types of things, because we have customers right now that are in Sturgis, and they might post up something, tag us in it. You think I'm not going to share that stuff?
You have to be active in it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. If you stop posting, and from what I understand about social media to a certain extent, they're little tiny dogs.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one that's creeping through the grass. Anyways.
So, I mean, with social media stuff, it's the more you can put out there, the more visibility you're going to get, the more people are going to be able to see it.
Yeah, well, you don't want it to go stagnant, too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Stagnation on social media like that, people forget about you. Stagnation on stuff like podcast and YouTube, not as bad, because as people
You have those alerts
like
that
it,
come
it can
through.
it can push it up in the algorithms too, past episodes.
Yeah.
So for somebody that might just be discovering this, they might discover episode 21 because it was trending in their location. A lot of people
Yeah.
were downloading that episode.
Yeah. And the thing for us too is, since we are a podcast only, an audio only, as we've discussed in the past, the podcasts are available on numerous different sources.
Sources that I never put it to.
But that's the thing. That's the thing.
That's how the stuff works.
So you type in motorcycle podcast, even if you've never listened to us before, it's gonna pop up in there.
Yep.
So, that kind of creates a little bit of a cushion for us, which helps,
Yeah.
where we don't have to constantly be putting things on the Facebook page. You don't have to constantly be adding
Yeah.
to the Instagram, which honestly, I think maybe both of us could be better at, and being a little bit more proactive in it.
I'm
But-
not honestly sure the last thing I even posted on our Instagram. I can't tell you. I know the post with the picture with Maggie isn't too far back, and that was in May. I don't post on my Instagram like I do the dealer Instagram.
Yeah, well, I mean, but once again, we both have.
But also, if I don't
Full-time
post on the
jobs.
deallership Instagram for a couple days, I
Get
also
fired.
I get phone calls that are going, "Hey, why have you not posted something?" So then I have to come
It's like,
out with
what
a box
what
with
are we
something.
paying you for?
Yeah, I have to come out the box with something that's like, oh,
But yeah, this
it was building up.
I mean, this is not our full time job doing
No.
this type of thing, and it's more of I'm gonna say hobby for both of us. It's something that we both enjoy, and we have enough experience, and we'd like to share our experiences with others. We want to hear others' experiences, and this gives us a platform to do that.
So, that being said, I want to move on now to podcasts. I know for me, I listen to, and have kind of made friends. We chat back and forth, but the guys from the Upchef podcast,
Yep.
Brian and Brian, it's Brian out of South Carolina, and then Brian out of New Hampshire. So, and I think one of them, the Brian out of South Carolina, he runs his Instagram under, I think, just the Upchef podcast. And then the other one is like Upchef Brian NH or something like
Yeah.
that. But, the Brian out of New Hampshire, he's got a bike he calls the Cop Glide. So he's got an old Electric Glide police bike that's got T-bars on it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
It's all built. New
Yeah,
seat,
yeah.
all that other stuff. I mean, those bikes, the basic platform on it, they can do anything with it. But that's one of the podcasts that I really enjoy listening to, that it's about motorcycles. It's not just about other stuff, or it's about stuff and they also have motorcycles. It's a motorcycle podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, if they talk about other stuff, it's just like how we are, how we might tear down a rabbit hole or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the thing that we do pretty well, is because this is a conversation.
Yeah.
Essentially, what we're doing is we're recording a conversation that me and you generally have.
Yeah, that's kind of how this came about. This is a conversation that would already happen between
Yeah.
you and I.
And we felt like it was interesting enough, and people do seem to enjoy it to some extent. Probably not, but you know what? Whatever.
I
This
think
is
they
for
just
us anyway.
listen to
This
hear.
is background noise.
They're like, how is Marcus going to mess up the English language today?
How is he going to butcher a foreign accent this episode?
I'm not going to try any more foreign accents. I'm about to have country start writing me letters going, please stop degrading our country.
Cease and desist from another country. It'll be Germany first.
Nine.
We have
I'm just going to send him a letter back that says 9999.
1945.
Circa 1945. Yeah. But
No, go ahead.
no, you're.
I don't know what I was going to say. I completely forgot. It's
When
gone.
I said but, you forgot what you were going to say.
Yep.
Yeah. This is definitely, this is a hobby for us. It's a hobby that we enjoy, but, content creation becomes one of those things that can be difficult to create sometimes. And we've experienced this more lately than we did before. Sometimes that content comes to you and you have to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was talking about how I carry my bag around with me all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's opportunities where it's like, I got to do it then.
Well, and that's something that me and you have discussed, in the couple of episodes where I was out of town, and when you've gone up to
You were
events,
only out for one episode.
when you go up to events
Yeah.
for White Lightning, those are not things that I'm there.
Correct.
Those aren't planned events.
Well, and like when I was at the Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, and I recorded both those podcasts, the one with Maggie and the one with the guys with the Moto Motion guys, you know, those podcasts were recorded 2 hours apart from each other.
Yeah.
And I got the opportunity. Like, I went up to the Moto Motion guys first and was like, hey, so I've got a podcast, and kind of talked to them a little bit about it. And I was like, y'all want to record something? They're like, yeah, I mean, when can we do something like this? I was like, you have 30 minutes right now? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, let me grab my bag.
Whips out your microphone. Let's
Pretty
do
much.
this. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And because you're put in that position where you have access to people, you're at these events.
Yeah, I very much use the privileges that I'm given with my employment to use to be able to bring y'all content. But here's the nice thing about it. I had the podcast before I had that employment.
True.
And I went into that employment with that stipulation
Yeah.
that I was going to use that to my advantage, and they were all for it, because White Lightning does sponsor this podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
White Lightning does put in a financial stake into this podcast. They don't just go, hey, here, I'm going to give you this time. They do pay to help produce this podcast.
Well, they do the hosting service and.
Well, they do the hosting service, but there's also, like at Loretta Lynn's when we did that.
Yeah.
I was on the clock.
Yeah.
And he allows me to step away to do something. Do you need to?
No. I asked Stephanie to bring me something. I'm not sure if she got it, but she's probably asleep. It's all right.
Maybe it's okay. She found a blanket.
Yeah, she found a comfy spot. She's now asleep.
So, yeah, she's done with her nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there she goes. I see her
No.
walking. She's not asleep.
No.
So, anyways, so yeah, I've listened to Laidlaw's podcast, and it's not bad, but like, I don't know how to say, like, they'll have like one a month, and they'll do like 6 months like that, and then they won't do anything for 6 months.
Yeah.
That gets aggravating to me.
And it's kind of one of those things. I like to listen to podcasts. I like to have something that I'm just actively going through. Oh, she did get my text message.
I told you she got it.
Stephanie, you want to say hi?
Hi.
She's like, and it's hot out here. I'm going inside. The dogs are inside. There's air conditioning. You guys are stupid.
So, we are, but that's beside the point. Yeah, like, I very much focus, and that was one of the things when I started doing this podcast, that I wanted to make sure that we had something come out every Monday.
Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but like when I'm even driving to work, I listen to a podcast, whether it's motorcycle content or car content or watch content or other stuff.
Or sea shanties.
Or sea shanties. Yes, sea shanties. I will listen to that. Actually, I was listening to that today when I was riding with my brother.
So, now I want to move back over into that YouTube space, because there's a lot more on YouTube, and YouTube kind of inspired this to begin with. Because the original hopes before we ever did anything was to make this, for me, was to make it a YouTube channel, which was 4 years ago, I guess it was, something like that. And then it flowed into not so much a YouTube channel as much as it was me writing a blog, which then turned over into the podcasting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the written word nowadays kind of gets shoved to the bottom.
Well, a lot of people don't know how to read.
That is true. That is unfortunately true. But
I didn't write about how I yeeted that bike like over a fence, so people didn't read about it.
That would be a video I'd watch.
Yeah.
I want to see you yeet a bike over a fence.
I don't even know what it means to yeet. I mean, I do, but it's just the dumbest thing in the world. I don't.
I hear a lot of people use that term. Like,
Yeah.
on a regular basis, I hear people say that.
Yeah. Like I said, we're going south quick.
Yeah.
So there's a good movie, in case y'all have never seen it. I'm sure here lately, if you're on social media, you've seen a lot of references to it. And if
Biker
you've never
Boys?
seen it, you need to watch it. No. Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Rondo! It's got electrolytes!
It's what plants crave.
What about water? You mean like out of the toilet? So,
And that's our political commentary for today.
although Terry Crews as the president was fantastic in that movie. So, yeah. So, no, so YouTube, dude, I could go down a list. You know, what kind of got me started wanting to do this stuff was Walterific. That was the first time I started noticing like moto vlogging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched him in a long time. I don't know if he's even still
I can't say I
doing
watched
stuff.
one.
Well, he used to pop up even in my. I subscribed to him. I haven't seen anything pop up in a while, which I've heard there's been issues with that stuff.
And the same with Facebook. You know, it does
So,
kind of the same.
Yeah.
The same issues. But you know, there are so many content providers, and I'm sure you do the exact same thing, or content creators. Sorry, you probably do the exact same thing that I do. You click on one video of somebody that you generally watch, and then the video that comes up is somebody else that you've never watched before, and it's like, oh, I could interest in that topic, and you go down 10, 15 videos, and you're on somebody that's you've never even heard of.
Absolutely.
But I think that's the joys of
That
content
happens to me,
creation.
not to go down that rabbit hole, but that happens to me with streamers, because I don't go on Twitch and watch these streamers live, but I do go back and watch stream videos of
Don't lie,
gameplay.
you go on there to watch where they're at on the map that you're playing with right now.
I don't know if my internet would support that. And that's sad, because I've got like 900 megabits a second. So, but yeah, that's called stream sniping, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
I watched the streams of the people that are stream sniping. And it's really entertaining.
Well, there's a lot of guys that do games that put it out on YouTube that are hilarious. So, but anyways, back to motorcycles.
Yes. So we went on one of those tangents again.
So, but the first person, like I said, was Walterific that got me kind of noticing it. And then we had a guy locally that went by Pigs Fly. And he had some stuff happen and he stepped out of it, but that's when I really started to pay attention to what was going on. I was able to speak with him and ask questions and those types of things. And then, you know, I was introduced to Bikes and Beards, which has a fantastic channel, which I like them a lot because they're similar to how we are in the aspect of how they talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, they're just enjoying themselves. It's
Yeah.
almost like videoing a daily
Well,
life.
you can tell kind of what they have their passions for. Craig, I'm not so sure about, but I know it seems like every time they go to his shop, you see a sport bike in the background.
Yeah.
So, but Sean seems to really, really like either
Honda Valkyries. He does love his Honda Valkyries.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. I think he's like I think he wants to like help the misfortunate type deal. So
He's got a rune too.
he likes well, that kind of is about what I was gonna say. Extremely odd motorcycle, like oddity motorcycles,
Yeah.
like a Rune,
Yeah.
or really old Harley and Indian motorcycles, or we'll just say American-made motorcycles
Yeah.
because you have other
Which I
brands
mean, I
at
think
that
the
time period.
most recent content that they've done, they had the 40s Harley and then the 30s Indian or
Yeah.
early 40s Indian.
Yeah, which they've done a lot with both of those.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like he really enjoys those old school American bikes like that.
Well, the nostalgia and the stories behind them. I think that's what's most interesting.
Well, not just that. I don't know if it was one of those things where he enjoyed that stuff before he ever did one the first time. But after he started going down that road, for sure, if you ever went down that road, you could start to see and meet people with, you know, just some of the craziest stories, you know. Today I was watching, actually, when they went to Wheels Through Time.
Which we're going to next weekend.
Yes, which we're going to next weekend. Where he takes the WLA all in pieces up to him. And, you know, the guys up there, they're looking at the engine and they're talking about the specs. And you can just, like, you just see the stars rolling around their heads. And it's like their minds are blown by this stuff. Because it's like, you know, it's like, oh, it's a WL or it's a WLA, and this guy's like, oh no, there's a whole lot more to it than just that.
And I think that's something that's getting lost nowadays.
Yeah, well, it's part of that, and we might have that happen with the Japanese motorcycles from the 70s when we get to the point of the 70s being what the 40s is to us now.
Correct. I mean, so, I think we're on the beginning of it.
I still think we got a couple years, because we might be at the beginning, but we're literally like right at the very beginning.
Well, I think it's fine. I mean, if we're talking about that generation of motorcycles, I think it's finally starting to become nostalgic.
Yeah, well,
for people of our age.
What it is you're just now really starting to get to a point where collectors are starting to seek out these motorcycles. Mm-hmm. Where with the 30s and 40s American bikes, they were seeking out those motorcycles
in the 70s.
In the 70s, yeah. And keep in mind, a bike from the 30s and the 70s was 40 years old at that point in time.
Exactly.
And we're now 50. We're 40 to 50 years from the 70s.
Yeah.
And your Kawasaki is at that 40-year-old age point.
Correct.
So it's where it's just now hitting. So that's where I'm saying, you know, when we're in our 70s, those bikes will be where the Harleys are right now.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And that's why I have two of them sitting in the garage right now.
Yeah, but you have to keep them for the next 40 to 50 years.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I'll at least make it 20.
I don't know if you'll make it 20. Depends on how good this podcast does. So,
I'm glad this isn't my day job.
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this. It's cocaine. I don't know why I went down that
I don't know why you did either.
It popped up on my Instagram last night in Instagram Reels.
But we were talking about it on Thursday, too.
We were talking about it, which was
story.
funny because it literally popped up on my Instagram Reels last night. And I was like, because when it first shows, what's his name? Tim Meadows? Mm-hmm. That's his name. He says cocaine, and y'all kept saying cocaine.
Cocaine.
But then it flashes over to Dewey Cox, and he says cocaine.
What's
and I was
this
like, oh, that's
cocaine?
where it comes from. Because it'd been a long time since I've seen that movie.
I've got it on DVD, if you have a DVD player.
DVD. So, but yeah, you know, there's so many others, like we talked about how with Ty, and there's so many moto vloggers putting videos out there right now. You have so many people that are motorcycle people that they're doing other stuff too. I can't think of their names, and I feel horrible for not thinking of their names. But you got those groups of guys that I'm pretty sure they're dirt bike guys.
Yeah.
That have started turning the Power Wheels into they're putting gas engines in Power Wheels.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All kinds of stuff.
But you know what? There's I hate to say it, but there's a lot of content like that on YouTube. You have a lot of these guys that like to build things.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can go down a rabbit hole of just people that want to swap engines and bikes and put them in other things and build monstrosities and have fun like that.
Yeah.
You know, actually, the thing that got me into motorcycling channels on YouTube, and I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, was the crash compilations. I know that sounds
There's
bad.
a lot of crash compilation videos.
But, I mean,
but now they call them Fail Squad.
Yeah, so there's so many different channels that share, that put all these videos together. It's from a bunch of different vloggers and all that stuff. And I always watched them because I liked watching them for the fact that I could look and see what that person did wrong to end up in the situation, or what they could do to avoid it. You know, almost like a training video.
Yeah,
That's how I watched it. And you go through 20, 15 minutes of it, and it's like, wow, half those guys are idiots, and they were driving it, you know, riding at 100 miles an hour down a 30-mile-an-hour street.
I can't believe you talk about me like that.
Yeah, right behind you, so I don't know if that means anything for both of us.
So, I guess really what this comes down to is we wanted y'all to kind of know where we come from, where we stand, what we want to do. We definitely want to get into the YouTube space, so we can gauge on whether you just enjoy our voices.
I don't know if they'd handle looking at us.
That's why I want to gauge, like, we can get a better idea.
That'd be it right there. That'd be the end of the podcast and YouTube career. See one picture of both of us. Yeah. Oh God,
I'm out.
I don't know. I'm popular with men in their 50s to 70s.
I know you're popular with men in their 50s to 70s. I've seen you at the gas station. Because it's one of those things where we both pull up to the gas station and all these guys come up to you about, I had one when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you had it in 1979 when you were in your 20s,
yep,
that's 40-something years ago.
They're in their 60s now.
So I have one of two things come up to me.
Man, I have a black street glide too.
I have a lot of bros that come up to me. Not to be rude, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of women that are not my taste.
Just trying to make yourself feel good, aren't you?
No. I'm not trying to be mean.
And a lot of women, he means like 3 or 4 in the past 10 years.
No. Okay.
Is this down in Panama?
It has happened in Panama a lot, too.
I feel like that's a different market area than here in Chattanooga.
Okay, I'm going to put it this way. If you're at a gas station on your motorcycle, and a girl walks up and goes, will you take me for a ride on your motorcycle? That you don't know,
She's homeless.
don't take her for a ride on your motorcycle. I've never done this because I know better. I was taught better than that. She's not all. I don't want to be mean. Should I just say it?
I think you should just say it. I mean, it's the truth.
A lot of those women are loose women.
I think that's a safe way to say that, and I think it's very true.
Yeah. They're you know, at the rallies and stuff, you know, I've heard a lot of guys refer to them as biker hoes. You have, yeah, I know. But you have girls that go because they want them to get a guy that rides a Harley, and it's like, that's not the way to pick up a man. You need a little bit more self-respect.
Well, you see it all the time in the motorcyclists of whatever location Facebook group. I've been looking for somebody to ride behind, or I'm looking for someone to ride behind me.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's what we need to start. We need to start bikers.
I thought you were going to say we need to start going to a gas station, find women on motorcycles, be like, will you take me for a ride?
That's fine. I can do that too. I mean,
I'm not going to do that either.
I've got the short shorts for it.
I'm not. No. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem riding on the back. I mean, Heather able to ride my street glide. I already told her if she was able to ride my street glide, there's going to be nights where we get out somewhere and I'm like, you're not drinking tonight.
Like, I want you to know how it feels.
But I love my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And have I ever had other girls on the back of my motorcycle? Yes, I have. They've also always been girls that Heather knows.
I mean, honestly, I've had Heather on the back of my bike more than I've had Stephanie on the back of my bike.
Yep. Yep. I have, let's see here. On the street glide, there's only been 4 girls on the back of my motorcycle. Heather.
Yep.
Which is my wife.
Yep.
Anna, who's my niece.
Lena.
Lena, who might as well be my niece, and Chelsea,
Who works at the shop.
who is like my work wife, and
Yeah.
Heather and her are super tight. And that's literally like, we're going to go get lunch, and she'll say, can we take a bike? There's been a couple times we've taken my bike. There's been a couple times we've taken shop bikes.
Yeah.
So, because her husband doesn't have a bike, and she loves to ride.
Nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah. What was funny was the first time I took Chelsea for a ride, there was people at the shop, they were like, I'm going to take a picture and send it to Heather. I'm like, Heather's not going to care.
it's okay. That one day that we had done a ride and I had taken Heather on the bike because you were taking Anna that day.
Did I have an Anna or a Lena?
Oh, Lena.
Lena, when we went to the battlefield.
Battlefield. Because I think we ended up coming back here and we were going to record that night. And I think you had to stop at the dealership first because I brought Heather back here on the back of the bike.
Probably.
I was just waiting for neighbors to say something. I'm bringing some different woman back home.
Yes. Yeah, we did come here because I remember you saying something about that. Yeah. That's okay. Your neighbors already think that you're friends with some biker.
I know. Well, bring the motorcycle clubs up here.
Daily biker. It's the Daily Baker. So, but yeah.
But no, I think it's talking about content creation. I want to give props to everybody that does it on a regular basis and do what they do.
They get it.
They get it, and it's not easy. Because there are, and we've discussed this numerous times on the podcast. We sit here and we're like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about tonight.
Well, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody that supports us because they listen, and I'm sure there's episodes where you go, they have no idea what they're going to talk about before we even go down that road. Because we don't prep, we don't plan.
No,
for the most part.
Yeah,
there has been episodes where we've had,
ideas, things that we've talked about,
or we've had the notes. We've had the Wikipedia notes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are some times where we have events that have gone on, or the notes when we were talking about like the Gold Wing and things like that, or the engine development, which I guess I need to start doing again.
You're gonna be mad at me.
Well,
we're about to play Chop Ride Sale. I've already grabbed my chips.
So there are my three.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh. So I have a very interesting. I have the Purple Rain bike.
Okay.
Which was a Honda CX 500.
It was
a Silverwing. It was a Honda Silverwing.
I don't know if it was a 500.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a Silverwing. I think it was a 400. But I don't think it was a CX. I think it might have been a CM.
For some reason, I remember. It's one of those two.
If you know, comment. Send us a message.
Talk to us.
Do something. Let us know.
So I have...
Tell us we're wrong.
I have Prince's motorcycle.
Okay.
I have a Moto Guzzi V7.
I had that last week.
And I have a CBX.
Oh. Didn't I have that last week?
No.
Or 2 weeks ago?
You did, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to sell the V7.
Okay.
The Purple Rain bike is already modified. Does that count as a modification of being modified already?
No. You would have to change it to be modification.
Then I'm going to just ride the Purple Rain bike.
Okay.
And I'm going to make the CBX a little bit more modern. I'm put better shocks on the rear end. I'm going to put a full titanium exhaust on there. Probably figure out a way to do fuel injection. Or
I bet you somebody like Leo Vinci makes an exhaust for that thing.
Oh, I've heard titanium exhausts on those CBXs.
I bet you Kirker makes an exhaust for that thing.
They make a 6-into-6 for it.
I'd want a 3-into-1.
No, but you want the 3 pipes on each side. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, I'd rather have the 3-into-1.
I've seen the 6-into-1s too.
Yeah, but I think the 3-into-1 would dual like shorties on each side.
Man, I've heard a CBX like in person rev up, go down the road.
Yeah,
like
but
full tick.
Think like an M4 can.
Yeah.
The short M4 cans that barely kick up under right before the swing arm in chrome.
You know what? I can actually I can get behind one of those.
That would look cool.
I think they look good. And I like that classic styling that they have on some of those cans that are all chrome.
Yeah, that would look super cool.
Now I want a CBX. If any listener out there, if you are located near the Chattanooga area and you have a CBX, doesn't matter if it runs, and you want to let go of it, send us a message.
You know, I want to say if there's any listener in the Chattanooga area that has a interesting or cool motorcycle that, you know, they think, even if you have a street glide and you've modified it to your taste,
Tell us your story.
Holler at us. Let us see the bike.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a bike and you want us to
Review it.
I was going to say roast it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's going to end up being, but yeah.
Let us know. Shoot us pictures. Send us the full specs on it. You can send us messages on Instagram at The Daily Biker. You can send us messages on Facebook at The Daily Biker. Or you can email us at thedailybikerpodcast@gmail.com. So, for me, you ready for my spread?
All right, let's do it.
I got a GPZ 900.
Oh,
I got a Z1.
Jesus.
And I got a Dyna.
Well, that Dyna's gone for me.
The Dyna's gone for me.
Is it really?
Doing something different tonight.
Oh my goodness!
I'm feeling
Who
spicy.
are you? It's because Muffin's not here.
Feeling spicy. Yeah, she would kick my butt if she was here.
She's like, I can't ride on the back of the GPZ.
So, the GPZ, I'm going to keep it all original. Probably get me the Top Gun jacket and a pair of aviators and just ride around town.
Find a turbo GPZ.
So I'm going full retro Top Gun, just riding around town.
All right,
looking
Maverick.
like a Tom Cruise. I don't have the gap. Or no, he doesn't have the gap. He has the uneven. Too.
Yeah.
Um,
You're also like 2 feet taller than he is.
yeah. 2 feet and 100 pounds. So the Z.
But you do all your own stunts.
He does too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You've matched.
He falls down. I fall down. So he jumps on couches. I jump on couches.
Should have seen it earlier, guys. He was jumping on all the couches. He was going back and forth with the dogs.
The difference between me and him is I can recognize a pyramid scheme. So, Z1, I'm going to do a classic track bike restoration. Even if it's fully restored, I want to build it to look like a track bike from like 1981. So the big funky looking fairing thing that covers most of it. It looks like it's getting ready to try and set land speed records and all that other stuff.
Kind of like a Mad Max track bike.
No, I want to do it like the ones that we saw at Barber, the early 80s, the late 70s, early 80s track bikes.
You know, there's something that just looks good about that styling of motorcycle.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
unique.
we're talking, I would have to put, obviously the rear pegs come off of it. You run a different rear set that's a more aggressive riding position rear set, different tail section on it and stuff like that, or, seat section.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think, you know,
the side exhaust that doesn't go underneath the engine.
Iconic, have the tank green, and then have that whole fairing be like a silver with like green numbers and lettering and stuff on that fairing.
Yellow oval with green numbers in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be dope.
That would be.
You never thought I'd go that route, did you?
No, I did not. I mean, this is a complete surprise. Guys, we have finally convinced Marcus of something, and I'm so excited.
I feel like you're hero today.
You are, at the moment. This is you're turning a new leaf. You sold the Harley.
Yeah.
This might be a turning point.
No.
You might be coming to the light side.
No. The difference is
getting away from the Black Street Glide.
No, I think the reason I sold the Harley is not because it was a situation of selling the Harley. It was because let's see, how do I put this appropriately? Don't ever tell me the Dyna was the best motorcycle ever made, because they sat on show floors for years, including the fact that we have like 7 on our show floor now, and no one's still freaking buying them.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.